Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett in Retro Sports Network. You know, the one with a logo like this on their channel. I forgot I had the buttons mixed up for golf. Presents Uncle Ron's Golf Universe, and today, or Golf Planet, and today it's a preview of this weekend at Augusta National for the Masters. We're going to have Bobby Jones and Jack Nicklaus play 18 holes. Now, Bobby Jones, this is his creation. Augusta National, he wanted something for his friends to play at, a championship level course, and just outside the South Carolina-Georgia border, he bought some land, hired Alistair McKenzie to design. He and Alistair McKenzie designed his masterpiece. So what better way to show off Augusta than to have Bobby play the course? Now, Bobby Jones, as Mr. Jones, as some of you know, never played professional golf. He was an amateur. Was the first to win the Grand Slam, which in the early 20s, or the 20s when he did it, was both the British Amateur, the United States Amateur, and both the respective Opens. The Open Championship, the United States Open. He never played in the PGA as far as I know. Certainly never won one. So, and of course, the Masters became the other leg of the Grand Slam. And again, I don't think Jones played to win the Open. This was well past his prime in the mid-30s. But this is his opus magnus, his Augusta National, and everything that comes with it. The patrons instead of fans, the first and second nine instead of going in and going out. There is no rough. It is the first cut and the second cut. That's all the legacy of Bobby Jones. And so instead of what you guys normally do and kind of skip ahead of the highlights, because they're not posting this live, watch this all the way through if you can. From start to finish, because we're going to talk about the course and talk about what the golfers, and there's a bunch of them at 7 under, 6 under, 5 under, with a good chance to win this weekend at the 2019 Masters. Give them a chance. You know, this will give you a chance to see what they're going to have to do in order to win the Masters come Sunday night or Monday afternoon, depending on what the weather does Sunday. And so here we go. It's Bobby Jones and Jack Nicklaus here on Uncle Ron's Golf Planet. And again, I got to fix that because the other, never mind. My expo's kind of wonky. All right, so Bobby Jones, you look at his card real quick on the bottom. His wood and iron scores of 3 are almost the best you can get. He's a very good short putter. So Bobby should shoot low. We have a bit of wind today. It's a light wind, and it's going from left to right here in the first hole. So they're going to lose about 5 yards off the tee. And it's an uphill tee shot, they're going to lose 10. So it's already 15 yards off the start, and Bobby's going to go with the 3-wood. The object here is really just, while you can use the driver an awful lot here, sometimes it's just best to put the ball in play. Fairways are hard, the greens are fast. It's about what you'd expect for conditions this weekend. And the pin placements here should mimic what the Sunday pin placements are at the Masters. And so Bobby hits an excellent shot, but it goes 9 yards to the right of the target and finds the bunker. And so he's going to have a difficult 157-yard shot for a second. Jack also will play the 3-wood because he is so long, and 254 is just a fine yardage to play. So again, he plays a little further left than Jones. Jack, of course, won 6 Masters and would probably be Bobby Jones's personal guide on the course. And Jack hit that dead solid perfect. 151. Kind of went to the left about 5 yards, but he'll take that. That went right where he aimed, and he is safely on the green stuff. Now the second for Jones, 157. You can see where the green is elevated and the dramatic slopes if you go to any of the sides. But it's a relatively flat shot. He's going to lose 5 yards on it. So he's going to take an 8-iron. and aim it right at the center of the green. If it gets close, good job. If not, the wind kind of died on him a bit, I think, there. Yep, he actually only had a 1 yard wind against him, and so it was a little hard. But he's on the putting surface, and he has 45 feet for birdie. Jack 150, no wind. And it's going left or right about 5 yards, so he's going to aim at the dead center of the green. He got a little under it with his shot. He'll have about 30 feet, but a good shot nonetheless. One is a very difficult hole, and so you're going to take par here and run. Jones actually is on the easiest of the 5 putting charts in All-Star Golf, but you're not going to get it. And so he lags it to within 3 feet. Jack is on a slope 4 or 5, 5 being the toughest, 1 being the easiest, and he will gladly take his 2-putt par. And rolled the perfect number. If I actually had made him go for that, that would have gone in. But Jack opens up with a 4. And so does Bobby Jones. And so, after 1 hole, they're both 6-2 and even. So here's the difficult second hole. It's the first of the 4 par 5s. They claim it's the easiest on the course, but I really wouldn't say that. I think 13 and 15 potentially are much easier. You play out to a bunker. The bunker is 318 yards out from the tee. You're hitting into the wind about 10 yards. So Bobby will take his driver and hit a controlled drive. You can really, with a play result number of a 12 in All-Star Golf, you can potentially find it. So Bobby wants to leave it as close to the bunker as he can without going there. It's going to leave him his best angle for the second shot. And that pin is tucked in the far right corner. If it looks like a nose ring, which is why I'm not at Augusta, up there by the bunker. So that's not a target you're going to be going for in 2. And that's an absolutely beautiful shot in at 312 yards into that 10-yard wind, and he's got 280. See, you're not going to be able to go for it. 289 to the flag from there. Same thing for Jack. He's going to hit a careful shot off the tee and hope it kind of slopes to the left a little bit. And it definitely goes to the left. He's still in the fairway, but he might have tree trouble. He's 286. That drifted 10 yards left to target, and the wind blew it 6 more. So, not a horrible shot by Jack by any means. I think this is a layup hole today anyway. But Jones has a better chance. And Jones is first, and so he is 5 yards penalty from the wind. He's going to have a 3-wood, which should go about 270 in normal conditions. And you can see the slope, you just can't reach it. So you measure to the start of the bunker, and he's aiming at that front right bunker. With any luck, he should be short of that and left. He might actually hit the front of the green from here. No, it goes to the right, but it's definitely short. And he leaves himself 45 yards, which will leave him approximately within a lob shot with that bunker. So he's going to have a decent chance of making a 4 here. And all the par 5s are birdie holes. Now you can see Jack does have tree trouble here. That red means the tree is in the way. So Jack's going to try a massive draw. And it still says it's trouble. You can't fade it, then goes into the trees. So Jack's going to hope that the computer's wrong here. Nope. He hit a tree branch. He just couldn't hook it enough around there. Now he caught the slope, and he leaves himself 184 with his third. But the shot traveled. It would have been a good shot. He got 84 yards of that 106 on the ground. So it hit trouble early and then caught a 4-2 with his roll. Actually hit a perfect 3-wood. So Jack has 183. He can aim at the flag from here. He's on a downslope, but it won't really matter. He's going to compensate with his third and hit an 8-iron, which should go about 175. And again, center of the green is fine, and that's exactly what it is. In fact, it's a magnificent shot. And leaves himself about 20 feet for birdie. Now Jones will hit the lob from 44 yards over the bunker and hopes to stop it right around the pin. Got to nearly hold it. In a perfect little lobber. And has 2 feet for birdie. Here's Jack, 20 feet or less. You got to go for it in ASG golf. It's a difficult putt. 6 out of 36 of getting in here, so 1 in 6 chance. And he sunk it. Double fours is a sink. So Jack goes to 1 under. And Bobby, even with the bad 2-4 roll, makes it. So they're both 1 under through 2. So the key to the second hole is, as I said, play around the left side of that bunker. You're not going, if the wind is against you, you're not going to be able to get home in 2. But set up your third shot. Even if you miss with your second, it's a birdieable hole. But Bobby Jones's lie here is the preferable play. Play to the bunker. Leave it 40, 50, 60 yards short and spin a wedge in to get it close for your birdie. Now here's the third hole. Only 350 yards. And you'll see players go for this with a driver or with a long iron. It is flat off the tee, but you can see up here on the green that anything that hits the front will severely slope and roll, so you're going to leave yourself a very difficult pitch. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I goofed. So 5 yards and a 5-yard shot to the right. You're going to lose 5 and have it go to the right. Jones is going to go with a 3-wood. And that is the correct play. 73 yards. Good shot, got some roll. The course is firm. Of course, it will not be over the weekend with the rain they have coming in. Here's Jack. Jack is not a gambler, so a 3-wood will be just fine here. And he's aiming towards the bunkers on the left. That yellow bunker is considered a deep bunker. They're pot bunkers here at Augusta. They're not your normal PGA Tour sand traps. These are actual bunkers. Crowd likes it. Not sure Jack did, but yeah, he will. 92 yards. Didn't get the roll that Jones did. And that did end up 5 yards right of the target, which doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to me. But both men will have the wedges to spin in here. Jack from 92. And wow. So, yep, these greens are contoured. And so there's a severe slope from right to left where he's going to hit it. He wants to hit it about 3 yards short and hope he can feed the ball into the pin. And if he leaves it short of the green, you can see those bright arrows. It just means it's not coming back. It's not staying in the green. It's rolling right back off. So a very tricky second here for Jack. Looked to be a little too hard, but it wasn't. And Jack has about 6 feet for birdie here on 3. Bobby Jones has 72 yards. And again, you'd think this would be pretty straightforward. But the Rear Admiral, Clinton Parks, who is helping both these golfers today, says leave it 4 yards short and let the slope do the work for you. I wouldn't worry as much about Jones' shot being short and rolling off the front of the green. Jones almost hit the flag on the fly, and you saw what happened. It rolled away. He has a birdie chance, but it's 15 feet. And that's a severe one up the hill sidewards. So it's putting chart number 4. So a 1 in 4 chance of Jones of making this. And he gave a good effort and left it a couple feet short. And he will gladly take his par. Now Jack hit the ideal shot, but this is a tickler. You sneeze on this ball, it's going to roll 15 feet past the hole. Judged it perfectly. That's what Jack could do. And so Nicklaus goes to 2 under through 3 holes. So we go to the first of the 4 very difficult par 4s. And that pin is a sucker pin. It is right between the 2 traps. It's a 5-yard wind against them. And it's a left to right wind. So Jack will aim it right between the bunker and the left edge and will hit a 6-iron. Long is fine here. And let's take a look at the green. So from his target, it just goes from back to front. He's not going to hit it on the back tier, and there we go from right to left. Just hoping to put this one in play. And I think he did. He's got 15 feet for birdie here. That's the ideal shot. Bobby Jones will do the same thing, and he will also go with a 6-iron. And he kind of misgloved it. He underhit it, but it's on the green. So 2 safe shots. Like I said before, that is a sucker pin. Right between the 2 bunkers. Well, Jones putt. Jones is going to give this a whirl from 23 feet. He really can't hurt himself. Just left it 2 feet short. Didn't hit it quite hard enough. He'll take that. And anytime you play one of the par 3s here, you just take your 4, or your 3 rather, and run. Now here's Nicklaus down the hill. 33% chance, I reckon. This is to go to 3 under through 4 holes. And he hit it too hard. And so he has 3 feet coming back up the hill for par. Which he kind of struggled with, but it goes in the hole nonetheless. So after 4 holes, Jack Nicklaus leads by 1 shot. Now this is not the new par 4 5th hole, Magnolia, which was already uphill. The Augusta National Golf Club for 2019 bought some land behind the tee, and so now the tee goes back 50, 60 yards and now measures 495. As opposed to 435, and you have the added trouble with it being 10 yards uphill and a 10-yard wind. So it looks like this is the optimum play. He's not going to get a 280. He's got 20 yards to do it. He could challenge the bunkers on the left with a driver, but I think the sensible play here is to go with Jack to go with a 3-wood, and if it goes to the left, he should be short of those dual bunkers. I was seeing lots of shots yesterday, Friday on television, in that second bunker, right around here. And that, of course, is Jack, and he just nailed the ideal shot. So he's got 156 yards for a second. But Jack also, and Bobby, because of the course length and the version of this course, had the luxury of hitting it with the 3-wood. Everybody this weekend is going to have to go with driver. So Jones with the 3-wood. He's aimed well to the right. And hit it like you would see a 3-wood this weekend. 245 off the tee. He didn't hit it very long. But he's in the fairway. This gives him a long iron to the green. And so we go to the second shot for Jones. It's going to drift left 5 yards and be 5 yards short. So 7-iron the right play. No real slope to get to the green. And so just aim for the center and hope for the best. And he hit that too far left. And it's off the green. He's on the fairway. We'll see what kind of lie he has from there. Jack 156. So he's going to take a 9-iron, aim it at the center and at the green, and if it goes left, it should be good. It goes right where he wanted it to. This seems to be what Jack Nicklaus golf is. 15 feet above the hole. We'll see the slope here. We're going to look at this green. Jones is going to putt. He doesn't have the tremendous trouble of that knob in the front. And so it's going to slope from back right to front right to back left. So it's a lag from 41. And he nuked it. Oh my goodness, did he ever nuke it? Did he forget he was lagging it? He's got 10 feet for par. Here's Nicklaus. He's 14 feet away. 1 in 4 chance. Again, he's putting up the hill with the green sloping towards that bunker. And he curls it in. He's 3 under through 5 holes. Now Jones might give one back here. He's on the toughest putting chart, and it's about a 50-50 chance here from 9 feet. And again, he just hit it too hard, and he's got 6 feet coming back the other way for bogey. Much better chance of making this. But it wasn't dead. And so from the middle of the fairway, Bobby Jones makes a double bogey 6. And so after 5 holes here, it is Jack Nicklaus at 3 under and Bobby Jones at 1 over. Bobby, you're not supposed to lose on your own course. All right, the first downwind shot. The 6 doesn't look too menacing from up here. It's the toggling of the green that will show the story. That pin is actually in a good place, but anything that misses that target area is going to roll and roll and roll. And so Jack is going to pull an 8-iron. That should go 175. And he's going to aim it 6 yards to the left of the target. Or to the hole, rather. And hope that it's the right club. It's a split difference club here for Jack. 15 yards between a 7 and 8-iron, when normally it's 10. And he finds the right here, and he's got 15 feet for birdie. Birdies are rare here on the 4s, as I said. And Bobby Jones is going to do the same thing, 8-iron. Aim it 5 yards to the left. Kind of an easy pin placement. Nope. You see what happens when you catch that slope? He's got about 36 feet for birdie. on the number 4 putting chart. He's going to lag. And hits an excellent lag. 2-putt par. Now Jack, 15 feet. This is what passes for a flat putt at Augusta. He's got a good chance. It's about 1 in 3. Well, you make that, and Jack Nicklaus on the tougher 9 is 4 under through 6 holes. And so he reached the difficult 7th. Again, this is short, and it's downwind, but that green is as protected by bunkers as cruise ships are by Lloyd's of London. Anything short or long is going to find sand, and you can see from the arrows there that anything short will find an uphill bunker shot. But we're going to go with the 3-wood. The key is if they can spin a wedge in here, they're going to have a better shot than going with it from an iron. And Jack bombed that one. My goodness, did he bomb it. He's got 71 yards. But his wedge shot's going to have to be very precise. Bobby will play it as the computer wants you to. I'll go with a 3-iron here. It should go about 250. And Bobby hooked it. Worst result on the card for him. And so he's going to be in the rough with an iron in his hand. Wedge right at the hole. It should go about 5 yards long and 5 yards left. Well, in it long, but it didn't slope into that bunker, so he's barely on the green, and he'll hope that he has a makeable 2-putt. Because that's going down the hill. Now, here's Nicklaus. Has to be careful. A steep false front. Actually, Jones might actually have a decent chance at birdie, depending on where his ball is. So a difficult pitch here for Jack. And he'll leave it short of the green, and that's why. And so Jack has 15 feet, but he's going to have to hit a lob because it... or 15 yards, rather, but he's going to hit a lob to get it by the pin. So up the severest slope, Jack has found the trouble here on the 7th. And a good pitch or lob shot about 5 feet for par. Now what about Jones? Nope, he's on the toughest putting chart. That's barely on the green and is a lag putt all the way. Let's hope that it's within 2-3 feet for par. Hit a wonderful putt. Don't worry about the moan there. 3 feet from that lie is excellent putting. Jack is 5 feet for his par. Not a difficult putt, but not easy. He's got 5 of 36 chances of not making it. And he rolled one of them. He rolled a 5-2. So Jack will fall back to 3 under as he cleans up his bogey. Jones, 3 feet for par, and he makes it. So Nicklaus falls to 3 under. Jones stays at 1 over. As we go to the par 5/8. Again, this hole, you can't really see the dog leg. What did I hit? I must have hit something. Well, for whatever reason, I'm going to have to edit this together because the first part cut off after 27 minutes. Okay, so we go to the 8th hole. As I was saying, as you probably already saw, This hole is kind of deceiving from a high angle shot because it really is the hole slopes right to left and the dog leg is right to left. And so the key is you got to hit it past the bunkers. And so Bobby Jones is going to aim it at the bunker, hope he gets a long drive, and keeps it out of sand. That bunker is definitely in play with the driver. And the wind is going from left to right. And he does, and he gives himself a reasonable chance to get home in 2 from there. Jack going for the bomb. At 3 under. Oh, and he hit the long drive, but he hit it just a hair to the right, and it caught the bunker. And so what should have been a 330-yard drive is stymied at 294. So Nicklaus will not be able to get home in 2. He'll take a 2-iron from the lip of the bunker. The ideal play was Bobby Jones, by the way. But Nicklaus should have an interesting little lob shot or wedge shot for his 3rd. Yeah, right at the front of the green. And it's just a nice little wedge shot here to get him back to 4 under. Now Jones is going to give this a rip. He's going to take a 4-iron. Oh wait, it's uphill 10 yards. He's going to take his 3-iron and hope to get it over the mounds that surround this green. It's a high grass mound. It's no bunkers around it. And hope to get it on here. An eagle here would put him back under par. He's on the green, and that's what you want. Not near the pin, but he's got 90 feet and 2 putts for a birdie. So here's Jack, 55 yards. And you'll see the slope of the green. The mounds intrude onto the putting surface. And Jack just wants to hit this one about a yard right and have it trickle. He hit it long. It did trickle kind of, and he's got 6 feet for birdie. 6 yards, about 18 feet for birdie. Jones has about 79 feet for eagle. Two putt lag here should get him a 4. And he nearly holed it. He hit that one dead solid perfect. You saw the break there. And from 2 feet, Bobby Jones is even par. Now Jack, not a good first effort. He left himself 16 feet. Reasonable chance here. Well, about 1 in 4, I would say. And his luck has run out. He hit that one so hard, he now has 7 feet coming back the other way for par. So, as Jack showed you earlier, what the best way to play the first 6 holes are, 7 and 8 is not how they should be played by the guys this weekend. 7 feet, downhill, yeah. So a one-shot swing. We go to the 9th. Jack Nicklaus still at 3 under, and Bobby Jones has the honor. You're getting 25 yards off the tee. And so here's a case where you can't hit this too hard. This is Bombers. This is a John Daly special. This is grip it and rip it. And Bobby out hit the pine straw in 334. So he's 112 with a wind at his back for his pitch shot. Jack, same thing. Bombs away, and that one actually is a better shot because the wind blew it towards the hole, and so he hit it a whopping 343 yards off the tee. You can drive out of trouble here at 9. You can see how narrow that fairway is. So the best play is driver and let nature take its course. So Jones is 112 yards. The pin is cut right in front of that pair of bunkers. The green drastically slopes from back to front. And so the rear admiral says, just go a yard beyond and let the ball work its way back down. And that's what he does. He hit the absolute perfect shot, and he's got a tap-in birdie to get to under par. Jack from 84, this is tricky. You saw the slope. But same pretty much target as what Jones had. He left it under, so he's going to have about a 7-8 footer up the hill for his birdie attempt. In fact, he's got 7 feet. 50-50 chance of making this, according to the card. And he left it short. You can't leave shots on the course, and Jack is left 2. But still, first 9 of 33 for Mr. Nicklaus. Bobby, a sidewinder. This is very tricky. But he read it right. Did you not think he was going to? So 14 putts for Jack through 9 holes. Bobby at 17, and that's the difference when you hear Augusta referred to by some as the Augusta National Putting Contest. That's why. This is all about greens. So we go to the back 9, or the second 9, I should say. Jack Nicklaus holding a 2-shot lead. So here starts the most famous 9 holes in championship golf. Would you believe, and we've watched this now for years and years and years, I believe this is what, the 84th Masters in 2019? That these 9s were supposed to be reversed. This was supposed to be the first hole. Used to be if you hit a 3-wood where the slope was on the left side of the fairway, you were going to get a long roll. But they've leveled out that hole, reduced the slope, and then elongated that bunker there in the middle. This is the toughest hole on the course. And you're losing 10 and gaining 10. And so, just as it was in the mid-80s, a 3-wood is the prudent play. Jones hit it to the wrong side of the fairway, and he leaves himself with 238 yards to get home. Jack will also take the 3-wood. Aims it a little bit to the left. Will he catch the slope? He caught some of the slope. He leaves himself 219. He hit that one perfect. Off the club face, but... So 238 to the pin. 5-yard wind against him. And a right to left push of 5. So we're aiming for the right side of the green. With a 4-iron. Actually, we'll be daring him play a 3-iron. This could run long. It could be 10 yards short. You never know. Played that one about as well as you could. He's got a lot of work to do. 30 feet for par is not a gimme from here. Here's Jack Nicklaus. He's got 219. He'll play it to the right side and use his 5. And that stayed right. That sounded like that hit a tree. And now Nicklaus almost has an impossible shot at par here because he's missed the fairway. He's chipped it into the second cut. If he lands it in the right spot, he's got the benefit of the green sloping towards the pin. But he needs a lot of help here to get a par. And the key is just hitting it too hard. He hit it 2 yards long, and he's got 12 feet for par. Bobby Jones will not go for this one. He's content to try to take the 2-putt par and be within 1 as we really start Amen Corner. And Jones would have made it if I went for it. So Jones makes par. And Jack has 11 feet to maintain a 2-shot lead. He does. Was there ever any doubt? Was there ever any doubt? So we start Amen Corner. The toughest second shot in championship golf is right here. You are going into the wind. You're going to lose 5. You want to hit this ball as far as you can. So Bobby Jones has the driver out. You noticed between the trees that there's no left-right wind here, so a straight shot is possible. And Bobby Jones just nailed that one. 314 yards into the wind. But you'll see why in a minute. The second shot is just nasty. Same thing for Jack. Play it as far as you can. That's not as far as Jones. He stays in the fairway. He hit 286. So here's why the second shot is so tough. It's a swirling wind. You don't know what it is. You've got water in front. You've got a pin that is just, yeah, come on, I dare you. I double dog dare you to aim at me. You don't know what that ball is going to do. So Jack, the play is 8. And right at the center of the green. And he finds the green into a 5-yard wind. And he's got 30 feet. And you will take that and run. Now Bobby Jones is the pitching wedge. He kind of knows from Jack's shot what it's going to do. But he doesn't want to go with the 9. That's too much club from here. Yep. 2 smart plays. You don't, if you're watching, using this as your master's guide, you do not want to go for the pin ever on 11. You just get it on the putting surface. You take your 2 putts and you take your par. Nicklaus will lag it here from 30 feet. And he left it 3 feet short. But he's out of danger now. Jones is going to go. No, he's not. He can make this putt even with a lag. Gave it a good whirl. Left it 3 feet short. Makes it par. And so does Jack. So we go to the difficult par 3 12th with Jack Nicklaus holding a 2-shot lead. Okay. Sucker pin. 5 yards short, 5 yards left. So you're going to aim it. You do not want to hit the short of the green. It will roll back into Rays Creek. Long puts you in the bunkers in the back, and you are not making par from there. So although I'm going to aim for the hole, I have no expectations whatsoever the ball is going to finish around there. And the wind does swirl. And I don't want to go with an 8-iron. That's the between distance club of 15 yards. So it's a 9. And Bobby has a sick feeling at the pit of his stomach. standing on the 12th green. He cleared it. That's fine. Oh, his heart skipped about 10 beats there. Barely cleared to get on the putting surface. Bunker is any of those bunkers is a bogey. Jack will do the same shot. The only one I've seen leave it short was Freddie Couples from that shade fairway and somehow caught enough grass that didn't go in the creek when he won the Masters in 1992. So Nicklaus is ready. Same shot, and that's in the bunker. Not a terrible gust, but it blew harder than he thought. Right to left. So let's see what kind of bunker shot he has. As I said, all the trouble on this 12th hole is getting it on the green. Once you get on the green, it's not a difficult putt. So Jack does not have the world's best sand skills, but then again, he didn't really find the sand all that much. He's not happy with that. He's got about 8-9 feet for par. Jones, 20 feet. In fact, it's an automatic go, and he's got a 1 in 6 chance. No argument there. 2 putts and go. Oh, and he rolled a 2-4 and got a favorable hidden dice roll. Here's Jack. Oh, no. And so it's a 1-shot advantage. As we go to the 13th, the end of Amen Corner might be the most challenging decision off the tee because, look, that pin is just sitting there on the right side, just begging to say, woohoo, Eagle, I want you to charge for me in 3. You're getting nothing. You're getting 5 yards off the tee and a slope of right to left. And you can see from the arrows right down there that this fairway slopes more than the armored end of a battleship. And so it's going to be a 4-iron for Jones. You do not hit driver off of here. There's absolutely no point of hitting a driver on 13. And Jones plays the contours perfectly. He's got 222. And he will hear the siren song of the 13th green and go for it in 2. Jack. I'm going to put Jack a little further down with the 2-iron. This is definitely a gamble, which Jack would not do. But let's say Phil Mickelson needs a good score on Sunday. This would be a Phil Mickelson type shot. And he executed it to perfection. He's got 209. So he is going to go for this in 2. So is Jones. No tree trouble. The only problem is you're going to lose 5, and that's fine. He's going to go with a 5-iron. But aiming at the center of the green. There's just too much water, a tributary to Rays Creek around the front and the right side. That could be your ball is wet. And his ball is wet. He misclubbed the 5-iron. And he will re-hit. You can drop it down there on the straw, and it's still his turn. So again, 5-iron the club, and Jones now needs a miracle for par. This is his 4th. Well, 40 feet for par for Bobby Jones, but at least he's there. And that, my friends, is the siren song of the 13th. Baby love, what baby love He played for the Chicago Bulls. All right. So here's Jack, a 5-iron. Again, those bunkers to the behind the green are death. Jack is just hoping to get this on the putting surface, and Kate Sarah, whatever will be, will be. Swing for me, Jackie. Swing for me. And Jack did not mean to put it there, but it's 15 feet for eagle. Oh, Jack gambled and Jack rolled the slot machine with straight sevens. So 35 feet per par, you might as well go for it here. But again, the siren song of the 13th green. He can make it or he can leave himself in a whole mess of trouble. Bobby, go for it, Bobby. 6 feet for bogey. Ha, ha, ha. Here's Nicklaus, 15 feet for eagle, and he has no choice but to go for it. He got a gimme from the golf gods there. And he overcooked it. He overcooked it. It may look like Scarlett Johansson, but when you get there, it's Phyllis Diller. Now, Bobby Jones, 6 feet for bogey. All right, he's back to even. And Jackie has 4 feet for birdie. And there, my friends, is the 13th hole in an absolute nutshell. Let's move on. So Nicklaus carries a 3-shot lead to the 14th tee. There are no bunkers here. 246 is the aim point. There's no real challenge. I would think in the game what we'll do is just hit as hard and far as you can. So the key is, before I hit this, is what that green's going to do. Oh, yes. Those big wide arrows means false front extraordinaire. We'll worry about that when the time comes. And Jack got cute with it and put it into the actual, it passes for rough here. 300 yards. That's the bad news. Three wood for Jones. And Bobby hugs the right side of the fairway. In fact, that won't even stay in. So both are in the rough. Jack, I think, probably has tree trouble. And a false front the size of New Jersey awaits. So let's see. Bobby's going to be fine. He's going to be given the wedge shot. But the pin is tucked right behind a knoll. And so if he hits it wrong, that could squirt right. Or you can hit it dead solid, perfect, and hit it to the green within 15 feet. Jack is going to have to punch it out. So again, 4 is going to be a massively good score. This probably will not make stay in the false front. That's my guess. Yeah. Will I even hold the green? Nope. That got a wave on through, and now good luck. So Jack has 36 yards to the pin. Again, there's absolutely no sand here. And you are just begging for trouble. Jack's going to hit the lob. He wants to see if he can score the par. I'm going to see what my recording software does here, because I did not hit any buttons the first time and it cut me off. Okay, apparently I'm fine. Well, he left himself a chance. He's got about 10 feet. He's got 12 feet, and he's away. The most threaded words in golf. It's still your turn. Oh, he thought he hit it. I thought he hit it. In fact, he nearly choked that one, too. He got a fortuitous dice roll on the hidden dice roll on the 2-4. So he's still 2 under through 14 now. And now Jones, 10 feet for birdie. Up the hill. Nailed it, and it's a one-shot game. We go to the last real birdie chance of the night, the 15th, and Bobby Jones will have the honor. It's flat. He's going to try to gamble here and see if he can put it onto the slope. And the reason being I'm doing that, I'm not sure that Bobby Jones would do that, is that it just if you can reach that slope, it makes that second shot just you gotta go for the green. Anything really short, now he's going to lose 10 yards, so we'll see. He may be in no man's land, but the hope is here if he hits it and can keep it on the fairway, he'll have an instant shot at a no-brainer to go for this green in 2. And I'm not sure that he can go for it until I think the trees kind of give him a tough time. Yardage-wise, he can. He only has 2:13 to go. Jack only has a one-shot advantage. Gonna go. And he will not be able to go for this in 2. He lost it right with a driver. Not in terrible trouble, but you want to be prudent with the shot. 2:16 is telling him again the siren song of the 15th hole. So Jack has a decision to make. He's in the rough. It's going to be much more difficult to spin that ball. He's going to lose no yards from the contrast. If he hits it long, it's going to roll down to the pond by the 16th. He's losing 5. Do I gamble? I think we gamble. And again, the cackle of Phyllis Diller is heard. Jack will put it in the dropping zone. And what's Bobby going to do? Bobby realizes that a birdie probably gives him the lead. He does not have tree trouble. He is in the fairway. So he's going. And that's the difference between Bobby's lie and Jack's lie, is that Jones has 18 feet for eagle. Jack can make par from here. In fact, if he holds it, it's a birdie. You can see where the green slopes from right to left and then away at the edges. And Jack overcooks it and now has almost, gosh, he's in trouble for bogey. It's still his turn. So he's going to try the lob. And this is for par. Okay, he's got about 8 feet for bogey. Bobby Jones now. 17 feet for eagle. And this would give him, this is a 3-shot swing right here. Difficult, not quite makeable range, but 2 putts for the lead. And that was a great first putt. So he's at 2. And now here's Nicklaus the other way. And it's a double bogey. And so, my friends, that is a 3-shot swing. And so Bobby Jones goes to the 16th hole with a 2-shot lead. Now, you do not swing for this green. or that pin. That's where you aim for a straight shot. It's going to go right to left. 8-iron is fine. And here's why you aim at that right spot. The ball will hit that bank and spin back down towards the hole with the right shot. In fact, you will see that plenty of times over the weekend. Not necessarily the ideal shot that he wanted, but he's carrying a 2-shot lead with 3 holes to go. Same for Jack. 7, 8-iron. Hit that slope, have it go. And he hit it too far to the right. And now he has got one of the most monstrous putts you're going to have. That's 54 feet through about 9 layers of bends and creeks. And so it's a lag. And a very good lag. He read that quite well. And he has 3 feet. Jones is not going for this. Doesn't need to. And they both will make par here at 16. And we go to the 17th hole. Now the climb to the finish. There's the Eisenhower Pine right here. You can see where it kind of borders the 7th hole because Augusta is a links course. It may not be on the ocean with sand dunes and all that, but it's a true 9 out, 9 back course. You are losing 10 yards, but you're gaining 5, and tee shots are going from left to right. So 3 wood is the prudent play. Jones does not want to put himself in the position where he gives Nicklaus anything. But this is a birdieable hole, as opposed to 18, where your nerves are just on edge. So he clears the pine. He hits that one dead solid perfect. And he's got 154 as I said, the climb back to the clubhouse and the green jacket awaits. Nicklaus also knows that this is you just kind of put it in the fairway and hope you can do something with your second shot. Challenging it is not the right thing to do, and Nicklaus got better yardage, leaves himself a short iron, maybe even a wedge from there. 5 yards, 153, so it's playing 148. Kind of a flat shot. So it's a wedge for Bobby. Not a difficult shot. That will definitely clear the sand. And Jones can pretty much has 8 feet to lock it up. A good shot. Now here is Nicklaus. Same deal. He really has to fire at this. So he's aiming to the right because the left-right break will break this towards the hole. He needs a 3. Oh, and the slope, he hit the right shot, but the slope drove it down towards away from the pin. And so Jack has 18 feet, Jones has 7 feet. About a 1 in 4 chance for Jack here. And he nailed it. It's like you thought he wasn't gonna. How about that? Now here's Bobby Jones. This is to go to 3 under from 7 feet. All right. Fairway and green and 2-putt for Bobby, and it's his. So we go to the 18th. It plays 405, but it has the same climb as a 5-story building. And so you're losing 15 yards off the tee and 10 yards off the second shot. And so it's a 3 wood. On a day like this, when you are the second bunker is in play, you can't hit it too hard. You will not be able to hit driver. And Jones hits a magnificent shot. You'd think he created the course or something. He's got 118 yards after a 274-yard adrenaline-filled drive. Again, Jack has got it. Needs a birdie and some hope. He's going 3-wood. Wants to be able to control that drive. And that's why you don't go with the driver. That's an excellent shot. In the rare case where they drive it past the bunkers. But the wind was a 10-yard help. So Jack is actually going to be given the wedge shot, which I find kind of strange. Pin is where it will be tomorrow on Sunday for traditional Sunday placement. If somehow he was to hold this, the match would be all square at 3 under. But a birdie is a must. He must hit it over that bunker and leave himself within a reasonable chance for a birdie. And having to spin a wedge in is a major advantage, and they're both going to have it, I would think. That will not spin back forth, and so Jack has 15 feet to have a chance. But Jones, 118 yards. Really, the only thing he cannot do is leave it in the bunker. But anything on the putting surface in the round is Jones. He found the false front. Not a great shot. Didn't need a great shot. And we'll go for this. He is a 21-footer for birdie. Up the hill to shoot 68 and 4 under. Nope, 4 feet away for par. Must make for Nicklaus. 14 feet down the hill. 1 in 3 chance. Nope. They gave it a good run. And it's a par. Now, Jones has 2 putts for the win. Only needed 1. And so there you go. So those are the standings. So Bobby Jones wins this round of Uncle Ron's Golf Planet. He shoots a 69, a 3 under. He found greens. He 33 putts and he shot a 69 again. As I'm trying to remember which button is me. No, that's the logo. That's what I did. No, that's not me either. That's me. There we go. Remember, this is all about putting and green placement. And so what you saw was the course was very forgiving. Both golfers hit 78% of the fairways. Jack missed a little more greens. He only hit 72% of his greens. Had 30 putts and had the one bad hole. If he doesn't go past the green on his pitch shot from 15, he probably ties the round at 69, which is nothing wrong with that. So that should give you a good indication of how the winning round should be played this weekend at Augusta National. Just remember, you don't need to hit driver every hole. Placement's big. What looks like are easy holes aren't necessarily easy. The siren song of 13, it may sound like Dinah Washington or Katy Perry or whoever your female jam is, but it really is Phyllis Diller. And the same kind of with 15. So if you're looking where the tournament may or may not be won on Sunday, it really is the back 9. The second shot on 11 to a green that it will have a pin tucked near the water. You are not going to birdie that hole. If you do, you're very, very lucky or very, very stupid. 12, hit the green. Don't care where you hit the green. Just get your 2-putt par. Jack bogeyed 12 because he found the bunker. Any of those bunkers or anything beyond the green is dead. 13, even though Jack made birdie there, it's a gamble. The further down you play, the tighter the course gets and the tougher the shot. Bobby Jones did the smart thing, not the smart thing, well, it turned out not to be the smart thing. He had a good tee shot. He had the right yardage to go for that green and two, but if you mishit your club, which often happens, I mean, there's nothing here that's flat. It may not affect the yardage with the game on the shots, but there's nothing at Augusta National that's flat. You put it in the drink, and you're not making a par if you put it in the drink in 15, on 13. 14, you saw Nicklaus make the bogey. Not a lick of sand anywhere on that hole. Again, it's all about placement and putting speeds. We played the greens fast. And so, even with the fast greens here at Augusta, you can still shoot under par. But whoever is the champion of the Masters this year or any year, manage the course the best. That favors golfers like Tiger Woods because he's older and he knows where to go, and Phil Mickelson, who has a great chance going in the weekend. Again, memory plays a good role into winning. He may not be the most powerful anymore. He may gamble too much, but he knows where the ball should go and shouldn't go. It's tougher for younger players to win here. Jordan Spieth's win a couple years ago was an anomaly because usually this course takes experience, this course takes patience, and in Spieth's case, he's got to know how to pour in 8-footers for par when you need to. All right, thank you so much. Next live stream is tomorrow at 8 o'clock at night. Or maybe earlier if the rains come in and wash out the final round of the Masters. It'll be the 89 49ers and the 2007 Patriots. I'm Ron Juckett. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the golf this weekend. As I said, if you're catching this late, go back and watch it all. It really should give you, hopefully I've given you a good feel of how the course will play when the best golfers in the world attack it this weekend. Take care, and we'll talk to you the next time.